In the pantheon of NFL wide receivers from the 1990s, few names spark more debate than Andre Rison. Known as much for his flamboyant persona and off-field headlines as for his on-field production, Rison remains one of the most polarizing players of his generation. But strip away the tabloid noise, the infamous mansion fire, and the Bad Moon nickname, and a legitimate question emerges. Just how good was Andre Rison actually? The answer is more complicated, and more impressive, than his cultural legacy might suggest. Andre Rison entered the NFL in 1989 as a first-round supplemental draft pick by the Indianapolis Colts, selected 22nd overall out of Michigan State. Standing 6 feet 1 inch and weighing around 195 pounds, Rison possessed an ideal combination of size, speed, and athleticism. But it was his route-running precision and competitive fire that would set him apart. His rookie season offered glimpses of greatness, 52 receptions for 820 yards and 4 touchdowns, but it was merely a preview of what was to come. After just one season in Indianapolis, Rison was traded to the Atlanta Falcons in a deal that would prove to be one of the most lopsided transactions of the early 1990s. When Andre Rison arrived in Atlanta for the 1990 season, he transformed into one of the most dominant receivers in football. What followed was a 5-year stretch of production that places him among the elite players of his era. From 1990 to 1994, Rison was a model of consistency and excellence. 1990, 82 receptions, 1,208 yards, 10 touchdowns. 1991, 81 receptions, 1,208 yards, 7 touchdowns. 1992, 93 receptions, 1,119 yards, 11 touchdowns. 1993, 86 receptions, 1,242 yards, 15 touchdowns. 1994, 81 receptions, 1,088 yards, 7 touchdowns. This 5-year run produced 5 consecutive Pro Bowl selections and 3 first-team All-Pro honors. Perhaps most remarkably, Rison became the first player in NFL history to record 80 or more receptions in 5 consecutive seasons, a record that stood as a testament to both his talent and his durability. His 1993 season deserves particular attention. That year, Rison caught 86 passes for 1,242 yards and a league-leading 15 touchdowns, establishing himself as the most dangerous red zone threat in football. He wasn't just getting open, he was dominating defensive backs, using a combination of crisp routes, reliable hands, and an uncanny ability to find soft spots in coverage. What made Rison special wasn't just the volume statistics, it was how he accumulated them. Unlike some receivers who dominated in specific aspects of the game, Rison was remarkably well-rounded. Route running, Rison ran the full route tree with precision. He could beat defensive backs deep on 9 routes, create separation on slants and crosses over the middle, and execute comebacks and out routes with the timing and footwork of a technician. His ability to sink his hips and create explosive breaks out of cuts made him difficult to press at the line and even harder to shadow throughout routes. Hands, while not immune to the occasional drop, Rison possessed reliable hands and exceptional catching radius. He could pluck the ball away from his body on deep throws and secure contested catches in traffic, essential skills for a receiver operating in the pre-pass interference emphasis era of the NFL. After the catch, Rison was dangerous with the ball in his hands. He had legitimate breakaway speed and the balance to make defenders miss in the open field. His 12.9 yards per reception career average reflects not just big playability downfield but consistent production after the catch. Red zone dominance. Perhaps Rison's most underrated skill was his effectiveness inside the 20-yard line. His combination of size, body control, and competitive spirit made him a matchup nightmare in tight spaces. Those 15 touchdowns in 1993 weren't flukes. They were the result of a receiver who understood how to exploit leverage and create windows in compressed spaces. Any evaluation of Rison's career must grapple with an important question. Was he a product of the Atlanta Falcons' pass-happy offense under head coach Jerry Glanville and offensive coordinator June Jones, or would he have dominated anywhere? The system receiver argument has some merit. The Falcons of the early 1990s threw the ball more than most teams of that era, giving Rison abundant opportunities. He played alongside other talented receivers like Michael Haynes, which prevented defenses from focusing exclusively on stopping him. However, this critique crumbles under scrutiny. Rison's production wasn't just a function of volume. His efficiency metrics were elite. His catch rate hovered around 60% during his Atlanta years, impressive for a receiver who faced regular double teams and served as the offense's primary option. More tellingly, when Rison left Atlanta, he continued to produce at a high level with multiple teams, demonstrating that his skills translated beyond one system. After his Atlanta tenure ended following the 1994 season, Rison embarked on a nomadic phase of his career that saw him play for 7 different teams over his final 7 seasons. This could be viewed as evidence of decline or character concerns, but it also demonstrated his continued value to teams across the league. With Cleveland in 1995, Rison caught 47 passes for 701 yards and 3 touchdowns in just 11 games. With Jacksonville in 1996, he posted 62 receptions for 1,092 yards despite playing for an expansion franchise in just its second year of existence. His ability to step into new offenses and contribute immediately spoke to his football intelligence and professional approach to the craft. The pinnacle of Rison's later career came with the Green Bay Packers in 1996. Signed late in the season, Rison played a crucial role in Green Bay's Super Bowl 31 victory, catching 4 passes for 54 yards in the championship game. While not the featured player he'd been in Atlanta, Rison proved he could accept a reduced role and contribute to winning football. By the time Rison retired after the 2000 season, his career statistics told the story of a legitimately great receiver. 743 career receptions, 15th all-time at retirement. 10,205 career receiving yards. 84 career touchdown receptions, tied for 11th all-time at retirement. 5 Pro Bowl selections. 4 All-Pro selections, 3 first team, 1 second team. Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl 31. These aren't the numbers of a good player or even a very good player, they're the numbers of a great one. Context matters, of course, but Rison's peak, 1990 to 1994, ranks favorably against any receiver of his era not named Jerry Rice or Michael Irvin. To truly understand Rison's greatness, it helps to compare him to his contemporaries. During his 5-year peak from 1990 to 1994, consider where he ranked among all NFL receivers. First in consecutive seasons with 80-plus receptions, 5. Second in receiving touchdowns, 50, behind only Jerry Rice. Top 5 in receptions and receiving yards. He outpaced future Hall of Famers like Chris Carter, who entered the Hall in 2013, Tim Brown, 2015, and Marvin Harrison, 2016, during significant portions of their overlapping careers. While those players' longevity ultimately produced superior career totals, at his peak, Rison was every bit their equal. Andre Rison is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and given the logjam at wide receiver, his chances of induction diminish with each passing year. This is where the "how good was he actually?" the question becomes most poignant. The case against Rison's Hall of Fame candidacy typically includes relatively short peak, lack of signature championship moments, beyond his modest Super Bowl contribution, character concerns, and career longevity that fell short of other receivers who compiled bigger totals. The case for Rison emphasizes 5-year peak as dominant as any non-Rice receiver of his era, historic achievement as the first player with 5 consecutive 80-catch seasons, 84 career touchdowns, a mark that stood in the top dozen for years, and 4 All-Pro selections. Ultimately, Rison falls into that frustrating category of Hall of Very Good, a player whose peak performance was elite but whose career didn't quite accumulate the hardware or longevity to force his way into Canton. But let's be clear, this doesn't diminish what he accomplished. So how good was Andre Rison actually? The answer: significantly better than his current reputation suggests. At his peak, Rison was a top 3 receiver in the NFL and one of the most complete players at his position. His 5-year dominance from 1990 to 1994 ranks among the best stretches by any receiver in NFL history not named Jerry Rice. His ability to produce immediately with multiple franchises demonstrated genuine, portable talent rather than system dependence. Was he as great as Jerry Rice? Of course not, but essentially no one was. Was he better than his off-field reputation might suggest? Absolutely. In a fairer world, Andre Rison would be remembered as the first ballot Hall of Very Good player he was. A dynamic, complete receiver who dominated his era and produced at an elite level for years. The tragedy of Rison's legacy isn't that he failed to achieve greatness, it's that the greatness he did achieve has been overshadowed by everything else. When fans talk about the great receivers of the 1990s, Andre Rison deserves to be in that conversation. His statistics demand it. His accolades confirm it. His film proves it. Andre Rison was, quite simply, an excellent NFL wide receiver, one of the best of his generation. It's time we remembered him that way.